Walk with me, guys, while I share my thoughts for the morning. First off, I've been walking just as a leisure thing for years now. Not every day, obviously, but once I have the time, I like to start my day with a walk. Sometimes 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, depending on the level of ginger, how I feel. But it's one of the one of my favorite ways of starting the day because as I'm walking, I'm processing my thoughts, the things I have planned for the day, reflecting on even like the previous day, maybe things I need to change, do better, right? So it's just sort of this private moment for me. That's what it has become for me. And I used to force myself to go outside and walk, but that meant in the winter I will stop walking altogether because I hate walking in the snow. So over a year ago, yeah, it's been a year now. That's funny. I got this treadmill off Facebook Marketplace, and it was so cheap. I was actually concerned that it wouldn't work, but let's just say I got lucky because I haven't had any issues with it since I got it, right? Um, so if you're considering walking in the morning or just walking at home, right? Facebook Marketplace might be good just to see options for cheap so that you don't have to spend hundreds on a machine. Um, but yeah, back to my walks. So walking, I don't know, the doctors will say it helps with circulation, all that, but I just know for me, it makes me feel good, right? Because as I'm walking, I'm taking deep breaths and it's like opening up my thoughts for the day. And I like to do this before anybody else wakes up so that I'm surrounded by silence, right? I'm surrounded by silence. I can just process my own thoughts, listen to myself, sort of um, know how I feel exactly, like to process my thoughts and just go, how did I actually spend my time yesterday? Like how am I feeling right now? Is anything going on? Do I feel any pain in any part of my body? Do I feel anxious? I just ask myself questions internally, right? Like, how are we doing? What am I going to do today? So if I do this and I do this and I do that, okay, so what next? When am I going to rest, right? I need to plan breaks in between. What else am I doing this summer, right? So mornings might be better for some people, um, and then for other people, evenings or even walking outside. Walking outside is the best. I have to say this, right? Walking outside is the best because when I used to do it, just imagine you wake up in the morning and then you're just on this walking trail, just going. Sometimes you meet people walking their dogs, and you see different breeds. Sometimes you see birds flying around, right? And if you're lucky, like in the spring, you see different flowers, like, or you can see morning dew on the grasses. So when you're outside and you're seeing different cars, you're seeing different things that tend to make you feel more relaxed and at peace with the world. I don't know how to explain it, but it's really fascinating, right? It's really fascinating. But for me, now I'm going to explain why I stopped. I rarely go outside to walk these days. For me, first off, I'm not a dog person. I like to admire them from a distance. right? So when I'm walking and then I see off leash, like dogs without leash, and they're just running around, it makes me panic because I don't want the dog bites, obviously. That's one. So anytime I force myself to go outside and walk, I'm praying in my mind like, let's hope that all the dog owners that are walking their dogs today all have leashes, leashes on them. Yeah, I don't want any drama, right? And then the second reason for me is winter. So I realized that when I continuously walk outside in the winter, I lose interest in indoor walking. I start feeling like if I can't go outside, then there's nothing. So I might end up not taking any walks for months, right? Waiting for the weather to warm up. So instead of that long break, I decided to switch it and just get used to walking inside the house, right? Inside the house. That way, whether it's winter or it's summer, it doesn't matter. I can just walk. Um, and then being inside the house, maybe, so when I'm outside, the distance tells me it's time to go home. Like when I'm walking, once I get to a certain point or a certain place, I start thinking in my mind, oh, I've gone too far. I need to get back to the house now, right? But now that I'm walking inside the house, I think the longest time I've spent on this treadmill walking is an hour 30 minutes. And I was so surprised that day. I was listening to music, so I had my headphones on. Um, and then I was walking and, listening to music. And then by the time I realized what was happening and I looked at my screen, it was an hour 30 minutes. I was like, wow, but yeah, my legs were hurting after. So I try not to do it for that long. But that what I'm trying to say is I realize that now that I walk at home, I can walk longer hours. Like I can walk for a longer time than I used to when I was going outside. Because if I go outside, I never used to time myself, but I would say max 20 minutes, right? I'm heading back home. I'm heading back home, but inside the house, it's an average of between 30 minutes to an hour, right? And then I'm sweating, breathing fast, and then I know, okay, yeah, it's time to go drink water. it's it's time to go drink water. So if you can walk outside, um, if you have a partner that you can walk with, that's even better. You're lucky. Um, that's preferred for a lot of reasons. But if not, and you still want to get the benefits, then I would say consider getting a walking pad, right? Or a treadmill off of Facebook Marketplace or on any other app. I just said Facebook Marketplace because that's what I use. And then yeah, just try that. This is not about losing pounds or no. It might be helpful in that area, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about how energized and relaxed you feel, right? If you're able to get that moment to yourself and just be in tune with how your body is feeling at that point in time. Yeah. All right, guys. So if you do try it, let me know and have a beautiful day.